But Jesus Christ himself said in John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. I'm sure you have noticed that Jesus did not say anything is okay. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And his kingdom is where we all want, or should want, to end up. It is much more meaningful than our life here on earth. When will we learn that Jesus is the final word? Jesus is the answer. We had better learn that very soon. In America, there is a group who thinks that freedom means no rules and no responsibility. This group is the ACLU, and they think freedom means no rules and no responsibility. To show you how disingenuous these people are, they have come out publicly against inspection of packages and people at entrances to buildings, saying these searches violate these people's right to privacy. Yet, the ACLU inspects packages and people entering their headquarters in New York City. The second revelation the Lord gave to me was when he said, Don, you do not have a political problem in the United States today. We have a religious problem in America today. Our nation was founded upon the principles of God, and God was the basis for our decision about what kind of government we were supposed to have. Just like Ben Franklin wanted to have God's help in forming the government, we must have God's help in everything that we do. We must consult with God in everything. We must learn to ask God for his opinion about everything that comes up. Even back in the times of our founding fathers, as soon as we forgot God, they had major disagreements about our government. When will we learn that God is the answer for all of our decisions? In the times of our founding fathers, Franklin noticed we were not invoking God, and it resulted in many, many questions, all because we had forgotten God. The recent battles in government in Wisconsin, or the battles between the Democrats and Republicans taking place in Washington, D.C., all of these arguments can only be corrected by putting our faith in God. In 1789, when George Washington was first elected President of the United States, almost all of our leaders really believed in God. Almost none of them could have been without believing in the divine intervention of God. Nearly every leader in America was a real Christian. Our leaders were exceptional Christians, particularly when compared to those who call themselves Christians today. Today, we are just sold out. We're not sold out like our founding fathers were. Instead, today, we are just playing church. Far too many people in America believe their form of government is democracy. Instead, our founders told us that we were to be a republic. Anymore, our Constitution does not mean whatever it says. It means whatever some judge says it means. And these ideas have become political. These judges keep finding new ways to interpret the Constitution, which they say was the intention of the founders, or that they say their interpretations are more appropriate for today. What they're really saying is the Constitution does not mean what it really says. These judges say the Constitution is a living, breathing document that changes with the times. I wonder which it is. Do our judges find new laws in our Constitution, or is it a breathing document that changes with the times? I do not believe it is either. I believe our Constitution was written by men who were under divine guidance because of prayer. Ben Franklin prayed for our Constitution every day. Today, we should be as godly as Ben Franklin and most of our founding fathers were. I believe God answers the prayers of our congressmen, and when they prayed to God by faith, I believe the Constitution means what it says. And I feel sorry for you if you do not. I believe that we were to have a republic, and I feel sorry for you if you don't believe that, or if you do not believe in God. The question was, if you believe in God, are you an American? I would say, if you were born before 1960, the answer is probably yes. If you were born after 1960, the answer may be no. If you believe in God, are you an American? That is rather a profound question when you think about it. I believe America was founded upon the principles of God. I believe that we were founded to be a republic, and that means we are a nation of Christian laws. Believing in God used to be a good reason for wanting to come to America. Now people want to come to America strictly for financial gain, and we let them. Believing in America used to be a good reason for wanting to come to America, but today it is regarded as a rather dumb reason. I know a pastor in Baltimore that came to America from Kenya. He left his family for what he thought was to be a short time to come here. It was 5 years before he saw his wife again, and they both remained faithful. He told me that before coming here, he thought that all Americans were Christians. Can you imagine his surprise when he found out that not all Americans, in fact, a small percentage of them, are what we call Christians? He pastors a church in Baltimore where all of the people are from Kenya. I have preached there a number of times, and I'm the only white person to set foot in that church. Nearly all of the people at his church were college graduates, and they graduated here in the United States. They all had jobs, and they all worked. A girl from Kenya told an American friend she needed some help in getting a car to drive to college. So the friend explained to her how you buy a car. The girl just looked at him and said, "You don't understand. I need some help in finding someone to give me a car." Her friend did not really believe in her faith, but she was given a car within 5 days. Imagine that pastor from Kenya when he found out that all Americans are not real Christians. He was devastated because of a belief that all Americans were rich to him. In fact, compared to the average household income, many foreign countries would see America as being a land of rich people. Some of these countries average less than $1 per day in income. Many of these countries are better off than these that they average. Many of these countries that are better off than these where the income is $1 a day, the average income is still very low compared to America. It is no wonder that many people think of America as being rich. It is because we are rich and we do not appreciate it. Too many Americans get it when it comes to God. Do not get it, I should say. Too many Americans do not get it when it comes to God. I often wonder why these people come to church. They want to explain what little I know, and they want me to tell them things about God, but they don't know anything already about God. And it doesn't matter if they've been in church for all their life. These people say that they want to know God, but they just keep on being confused. They just do not think they can ever understand God. Somebody needs to explain to these people that they are making God too hard. If they would just relax and read their Bibles, they would find their minds are open to the Word of God. It may take a little time. They may grow in their understanding, but they would have more understanding than they have ever thought. My main point is this. People today are generally very weak Christians when compared to the Christians living in the days of our founding fathers. If you are a Christian, are you an American? Why don't we become real Christians again? If you want to call me, you can reach me usually in the early morning. Just call me at area code 859-219-1222. That number again is 859-219-1222. If you get our answering machine, please leave a message and your phone number. I promise I will call you back as soon as possible. If I'm out of town preaching, it may take more than one day, but I promise you I will call you back. You can call me for any reason. Maybe you would like someone to be your friend or a prayer partner. Just go to the website if you'd like to check it out, the contact page out, because it has my address and phone number on it. The website is Crave. The Crave website is www.christians4america.com. www.christians4america.com. Thank you, and we'll see you next time on this show.